Painful new numbers as the coronavirus death toll continues to rise in LA County, now passing 400.
Angry residents in the local mountains say visitors are ignoring the stay-at-home orders, and they say nothing is being done about it.
And a community hit hard by the pandemic, the latest effort to provide boxes full of food for families in need. Good afternoon, I'm Ellen Leyva.
And I'm Colleen Sullivan. We are live on ABC7 and streaming live on ABC7.com and on the ABC7 Los Angeles app.
We begin today with the latest headlines on the COVID-19 pandemic.
There are now more than 2 million positive COVID-19 cases in the world. Governor Gavin Newsom announced a $125 million fund for working Californians for undocumented immigrants impacted by the coronavirus emergency. Today, LA Mayor Eric Garcetti is expected to unveil his plan to begin lifting stay-at-home orders. This comes one day after the governor announced his 6 steps to reopen the state.
Here's a look at the latest local case count. Los Angeles County is at 10,496 cases. Riverside County is up to 1,961. Orange County has 1,376 confirmed cases. San Bernardino County is at 977. And Ventura County reports 365 cases. Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda is live with the very latest on the emergency in LA County. Carlos?
And with those numbers, we can tell you there are 42 new confirmed deaths in Los Angeles County. That's the highest single number so far. And the total for the county is 402. Officials say more than 67,000 people in the county have been tested. And now there are 3 new testing facilities opening this week.
The latest numbers. We have 472 new confirmed cases in Los Angeles County. That brings the total up to 10,496.
And I'm sad to report that 133 residents who lived in institutional settings, primarily this is skilled nursing homes and assisted living facilities, have passed away from COVID-19. This represents 33% of all of our deaths.
The number of people in our hospitals, in our ICUs, we had some favorable numbers that came out yesterday. Hospitalization rate went up 1.5%. Again, we want to see that declining. We want to now start to see that flatten, and we want ultimately to see those numbers go down.
And as of today, businesses in the county are required to provide all employees with face coverings, and customers have to wear them as well. This applies to essential businesses, and they must also post social distancing rules. The order says employees who work in close contact with other employees or the public have to wear these face coverings. And all of this could continue even as businesses start to reopen.
And even as we think about the future, when we know more businesses will be able to open, I want to note that things will be very different. Physical distancing will still be a very important part of recovery. And I want to give some examples of what this might look like. More retail shops will be open at some point in the near future, but there will be limits on how many people can be in a store at any given time.
And LA Mayor Eric Garcetti is also expected today to announce his plans for reopening some businesses and facilities in the city. Reporting live, I'm Carlos Granda, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Carlos, thank you. 116 medical staff members on the Navy hospital ship Mercy have been removed from the ship and taken to a local base for quarantine. The Navy made the move after 7 staff members tested positive for coronavirus. No word yet on how they became infected. The Mercy, which is docked in the port of LA, came up from San Diego last month to help ease the strain on hospitals by providing care for non-coronavirus patients.
For the most part, Southern Californians have earned kudos by abiding by the safer-at-home orders, but there are some exceptions, and some of our local mountain communities are getting increasingly frustrated by all the out-of-towners coming in to see the snow. Our Rob McMillan is live with that. Rob?
Yeah, residents up in Mount Baldy are growing frustrated. They want to see more enforcement of the stay-home order. The signs couldn't be more clear, but apparently people aren't paying attention. There was still plenty of traffic in Mount Baldy today. We saw people on bikes. This group of people told me they were just up here to look at properties in the mountains.
They're not social distancing. They are potentially spreading this contagious virus into our community just by their presence, just by being here.
Michelle Olson says it was even worse over the weekend with so many people coming up to Mount Baldy to play in the snow.
I'm very concerned. There's too many people. They're not practicing social distancing. There's non-essential travel. They don't belong here. Governor Newsom's order was for only essential travel. That means you go to the store, you go to the pharmacy, you get gas, and you go home. You walk around in your own neighborhoods, not other people's neighborhoods.
Excuse me, due to the county health officer ordering the stay-at-home order and social distancing, you guys are not allowed to be out here playing in the snow.
What do you want to see happen?
I want the county, LA County, to do traffic monitoring where they're only allowing residents or contractors up here for whatever jobs or purposes they have. Everybody else needs to stay out of here.
And we've seen road closures like that before that apply to everyone except residents and essential traffic, for example, after a big wildfire. We wanted to find out who could authorize something like that in this situation on Mount Baldy Road. Tough time getting answers. Caltrans told us they don't have jurisdiction over Mount Baldy Road. CHP told us that that kind of request would likely have to come from an elected leader. So we called Supervisor Catherine Barger's office, who said that a road closure request would have to go through county EOC, but that request would likely have to come from law enforcement like the Sheriff's Department or the CHP. In Riverside, Rob McMillan, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Wow. All right, Rob, thank you. A lot of people pointing the fingers, trying to get some answers. Thank you. Well, a massive effort underway in Exposition Park to bring healthy and fresh produce to hundreds of families struggling financially because of the COVID-19 crisis. The free farm box program just launched today. As Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes explains, it's helping local farmers as well.
They lined up in the morning, in their cars and in their masks. In the lanes outside Bank of California Stadium, dozens of volunteers manned tables stacked with food, free food, destined for families in trouble.
I think this really speaks to how on the edge so many workers in Los Angeles are living. This is an expensive city, and 1 to 2 weeks without work put people's stability really at risk.
This has been dubbed the Farm Box Program, a collaborative effort by LA County and several organizations. With farmers markets across the region canceled because of the COVID-19 crisis, the Sustainable Economic Enterprises of Los Angeles, CLA, was left with produce destined to spoil. Now it's destined for kitchens across the county.
These farmers, these local farmers who we are helping by purchasing their products, they're the principal entity that we are supporting to put this together.
The process today, streamlined and safe. Social distancing and face coverings the norm here. Families picking up food don't even leave their car. Volunteers packing the trunks with a week's worth of food.
Every family, 1,100 families, will receive a box with about 8 to 9 pieces of fresh produce, a pallet of berries, a 10-pound bag of oranges, a carton of farm fresh eggs, and some Cliff Bars.
Really, some people, we don't have nothing to eat.
And this isn't a one-off event. Organizers say they'll be having their Farm Box program every Wednesday until the COVID-19 crisis is over. In Exposition Park, Rob Hayes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.